Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here near the Phanom Rung UNESCO World Heritage Site. And we're going to take a look at a small site that I've been to before, but I was never able to access the little temple here. It's on the school grounds, so if the school is closed up, then they lock the gate. And I was over here in this area today, so I stopped by and the gate was open. So here we are to check it out. We're going to take a look at Prasat Ban Bu. And what this is one of two fire temples that was in Thailand that have been restored. The other one is over pretty close to Osamich on the Cambodian border, and I've never been to it, and it's on my list of things to do also. But anyway, this one here it's been moved and it's been heavily restored, but we'll still take a look and see what it looks like today. So like I said, this is on the school grounds. So if you can imagine, you go to school right over here. Here's your classroom. And you look out, here's a little pond that was part of the fire temple. And they have a little shrine, and they'll do the flag raising ceremony and stuff like that. And then here is the little tiny sanctuary, or the little tiny fire temple. And as you can see from just looking at it, there is a lot of new laterite stones. And they used laterite stones from other temples also. And there would have been more to this little complex than there is now, but this is all that's remaining. And you can see a fire temple would have had a small little prong, and it would have had an entryway to the east. And this is where I believe they kept the sacred fire. The Khmer believed that fire was like the sign of life, and there would have been a moat around it, and that would have been like purifying like the air and stuff like that. So they had a whole ceremony about it. So there's not too many details here. There is the lotus bud up there, and that would have been the central chamber for the fire. And this would have been a place like people could have came and rested also along their travels. Now they brought in pieces from other temples, like you can see right there. They repurposed a lot of those. So that one was carved, and then they just stuck it in there. And the same is over here. And it does have 5 windows. And it is built on the laterite base. It's kind of interesting enough. It's kind of cool looking. And you can see these are the old stones here, and then they've used a lot of new ones. And you can see over here, this is an uncarved lintel, and it's all new. There is a little piece right here. This looks like existing, and then it has some pediments, and there's just pigeons coming out of there, and then a little beehive right above the door. And all of that is pretty much new, but the base is still intact. And then here's the other laterite stones over here that they're not using, that they just stacked up over here. Yeah, you can see these are just the pieces that they couldn't fit anywhere, but some of them are carved, like that over there. And then this looks like maybe part of a door jamb, and it's just basically what they didn't have a use for, or they replaced with new stones. So it's kind of interesting. There's 5 windows on the, the south side, and then there's not a single window over here. Wonder why that is. Wonder if it was part of the restoration and they just didn't know exactly how to put it back together. All right, let's see if we can climb up here and look inside. All right, so here is the door jamb, and this is all uncarved also. They just stuck them back over here. And there are so many pigeons inside of here. All right, so this is inside. So I believe these were not in the original places either. They just put them in here during the restoration. These are the bases for their deities. And you can see here, this is a nice example of the corbelled arch. It's really quite cool inside. And then the locals have came over and hung a few of the little flowers and stuff like that. Now it's just a resting place for the pigeons. And then not a whole lot to see, just a rock floor and the 2 little images. There's no styling or anything like that inside of here. So you can see here, this looks like it might have came from another temple. It's got those holes for like the faux windows, but there's nothing up top. So they just use that as the bottom piece. And over here is the second little pedestal. The birds have been so busy. There's even a dead bird in here. Yeah, and it's quite massive up here, the top of that spire. You can see they've used some wood up there during the restoration. That's the lotus bud. All right, so we pretty much saw everything in here. This is just a small little site, but I thought it was worth a look at, being it's one of the 2 fire temples that have been restored in Thailand. And I'll put a little bit more description inside about what it means to be a fire temple in the video description. Yeah, one last little look here. Just look at all those pigeons up there. Oh yeah, it's really a beautiful building though. I really like the styling of it. It's just out here on the grounds of this school. Not a whole lot more to see. But like I said, back in the old days, there would have been more structures here. They would have been made out of wood, houses and everything else. The religious structures were made out of stone, and that's why you still see them. And here's the little pond. Looks like we've got a worker over there, and then the school. And over here, just north of that, is another little pond that actually holds water. And then they have their volleyball and basketball court over there for the kids. So I'm sure a few stray balls have wandered in over here. And then this is the shrine for the school, and then the main road that goes over that. Right, guys, that's going to finish up a quick little video of Prasat Ban Bu. This is one of the fire temples that was built under the reign of King Jayavarman VII, who he was the emperor or the king of the Khmer Empire from like 1181 until like 1214, something like that. And he just built so many structures, or he, under his order, he had everything built. Bridges and temples and just all kinds of stuff. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed a small little video of this over here. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around, and then you're notified when I post a new video. I show you things that are a little bit off the beaten path like this. This is not where anybody else goes, but I kind of like stuff like this. So if you did, then smash it and subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And until next time, from over here in Buriram, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.